Yeah, with the guys, with Titus, with Juice, we'll see what happens throughout the week, right? Nothing's set in stone. We'll just see where that happen, what happens throughout the week with those guys.
DeMeco, is Jared Patterson playing well to be a candidate when Juice comes back to start at left guard?
Jared has done a good job with what we've asked him to do. Thought he's done a really good job of stepping in at center, where he's played primarily guard throughout most of the training camps. For him, stepping in, playing a new position, and a very important position for us. He's done a really nice job for us, and he's improved each week. So very pleased with where Jared is.
How do you describe what Bobby Slowik and the offense as a whole has done to protect Stroud? No sacks the last 2 weeks. How do you describe what they've done?
Yeah, Bobby has done been a great job of scheming. I think understanding the players and what can they do well, understanding how we need to protect. He's done a really good job of designing plays to help us in that regard, and just overall, I think everybody's just bought in and everybody's doing what's asked of them. And they see when they do what's asked of them, we can make plays, right? And the biggest thing for us is just after the first couple of weeks is just making sure we protect the quarterback and we understand the type of plays that CJ can make when he has time. So that was the main emphasis for us. Bobby and the staff has done a great job of attacking that head on and putting them in great position to make plays.
Right now, to follow on that, like when you guys go into the room to try and figure out the problems, the answers to those problems, are there things through, I don't know, the plug and play with offensive linemen that you feel like you've learned about your offense through that problem solving?
The main thing with our offensive line and with everybody on our entire team is just, hey, the main theme that I hear from our coaches, and we say it every week, hey, we'll make it work, right? So whatever we've been faced with, right, again, it's no excuses, no explanations. We'll make it work. It really doesn't matter, right? We got a game to play. Whoever we have available, we'll make it work. And that goes again this week for us.
DeMeco, from your perspective, the play with Devin throwing the football, how much better did it get from some of the early renditions in practice to how he flipped the ball on Sunday?
Oh, he did good with the play in practice as well. It takes time. A guy doesn't throw the ball much, right? So it's a lot of anxiety there. When you're in that position and asking a running back to throw the ball, it starts first as a play caller for Bobby, just having trust in Motor to be able to, deliver the throw, and Motor having trust, right, in Dalton to make the catch. So it's really great execution on all levels, coaching and players, and a very nice play call at the proper time.
What's the biggest way in which you've seen CJ grow from when he first got here to now?
I think just with CJ and the growth and what I've seen most is just how he's continued to get better throughout the week. Anything we asked him, right, or pointed out to him as a point of emphasis, right, he's took it to heart, and he's shown those improvements the next week in a game. And that's big time for a quarterback, for any position, right? When you can take the corrections from the meeting rooms to the field, practice field, and then take that to the game, right? Some guys, it takes a little bit more time, but for CJ, he's doing it on a week-to-week basis and making those changes, and he's very dialed in with the preparation and what we're asking him to do. So it's impressive to see a young guy make those adjustments, right, from week to week, and it's just a credit to CJ and what he's done throughout his career, even at Ohio State. Right? You saw improvement, I always said, from game one to his final game. And you're seeing that week in and week out for us throughout the season.
And when you talk about a quarterback, obviously, when you pick someone that high, they're certainly talented, but you sometimes have to watch them play a little or watch them interact to see the intangibles, if they're really a leader, someone that the guys can get behind. Is that something that you kind of have to see in time?
I don't have to see. CJ is who he is, man. He has the intangibles in college. Right? His teammates spoke very highly of him throughout the interview process. Coaches spoke highly of him, and that hasn't changed. Right? He was a great teammate in college. He's been a great teammate since he's been here with us. He's a leader at Ohio State, and he's been a leader since he's been here with us. So it just goes to show, guys, they don't change much from who they are in college, and that's been proven with CJ as well.
You guys right now are 2-2, tied for a tie in the AFC South. How do you guys feel about the overall standing? What do you guys have to do going forward to eventually take over the division?
Yeah, with the standings, we really don't care. It doesn't come to mind to me when you talk about the standings, right? It's just literally one game at a time, 1 week at a time, right? How are we improving throughout the week? That's our main focus, right? And the outcomes of where the season, where we'll end up, it'll take care of itself if we continue to focus on our preparation.
Coach, as
You
a
know, you
former,
were a rookie when Kubiak was a rookie, so you can speak from experience. How important is it to get the message to the players in practice, off the field, but to actually win, to get them to buy what you're selling on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's important, right, when you focus on things and you harp and you coach as hard as you can, right, on a style of play or how things should be done, right? And it takes time for guys to buy in, right, to how we want to prepare throughout the week, right, and for them to see the results and for them to see success from what we've been asking them to do is huge for us, right? And that just gets our players to truly listen to us more, buy in more to what we're asking them to do because, at the end of the day, it works, right? We know what winning football looks like, know what winning culture looks like, and guys just continue to buy in, continue to do what we're asking them to do, and the wins, everything will take care of themselves.
as a former player, now head coach, is there wiggle room for some of these players to be able to go off script a little bit? Let's just say, if CJ's on the field and he sees something a little bit different from what the plays call it, he may audible out of it or he may do something instinctively on the field. As a former player, do you allow that as a head coach?
I think at the end of the day, when you're a player and you're on the field, a lot of things happen, right, that you haven't prepared for. And that's where truly great players, they step up and make plays, right? It may not be on script, right? You may have to make plays off script at times, right? And that's what separate, right, the big-time players from average players. But you can't live off script the entire game, right? You still have to play within the framework of what we're asking you to do, right? Hone in on the fundamentals, the techniques that we're teaching, asking you to do. But at times, what I look at, that's called instincts, right? Players, to be a great player, you have to have great instincts and great feel to make plays in this league.
We have time for a few more. What is it about, what, somebody else?
No, go ahead.
Okay. What is it about Stephen Nelson that has impressed you so far?
Stephen has been consistent. I mean, when he came back for training camp, Stephen has been consistent. He's been a leader every day. His preparation throughout the week, as I just highlighted to our guys, is Stephen, he studies, right? Studies very hard, right? And throughout the week, if there's a route that he knows is coming, he's going to step in, he's going to make the play, and it shows in games. He's prepared, he understands, right? He understands splits, alignments, he understands route concepts, and he's able to jump plays and make plays on the ball just because of his mental game, right? And he's a very sharp player. Excited to have him, excited to see his growth so far throughout the year.
Coach DeMeco, can you talk about 4 games in, kind of a quarter of the season, what you've seen in terms of, okay, as you're taking it week by week, you're never where you want to be, but what the growth has been with this team and where you still need to see the growth?
Yeah, the cool part about our team is from where we started week 1 to where we are now. I mean, there's been major growth. And that's what I'm most encouraged about is the growth that I've seen over the first 4 weeks and knowing that we have even more, right, to grow and learn from, right? You have to, I think the first 2 weeks, figuring out how to learn, figuring out, how to win in this league. And you have to learn how to win. And took some lumps there, and guys, they're starting to see what it takes to win in this league. But now, as we continue to grow, it's just still honing in on the details, the fine details of our job. A lot of things that we can clean up, even from the win versus a tough opponent in Pittsburgh, right? There are a lot of things that we can clean up in all 3 phases of our game. So it's easier to clean them up after you win, but just understand there's still a lot of teaching, a lot of coaching going on with our guys.
Coach, you got a chance to, the Houston Astros made the postseason again. You got a chance to throw out the first pitch up at Minute Maid Park. What was the conversation, like with you and Dusty Baker?
Oh, congrats to the Astros. Dusty, man, is a guy I've seen from afar for a long time, successful coach, and anytime getting an opportunity to talk to a guy who's done it at a high level, very successful for a very long time, right, in professional sports, a guy I definitely look up to, and just it's cool to see the success that he's had. And the main thing I take from Dusty is just his interaction with his players, right? And how much his players, right, truly love him and they play for him and how much he cares for those players. That's what sticks out to me about Dusty.
Your pass
Close
rush,
Brooks, Aaron, and John.
your pass rush has got success pretty spread across the board with some of your players. Renard, in specific to him, what is it that you've seen? His contribution to the defense, where does this fit?
With our pass rush, and we did a solid job this past week, but it's not where we want to be. We have to improve our pass rush and continue to get better at executing when it comes to our 4 guys rushing together. So we're not where we need to be there just yet, and we'll continue to coach them and get them better.
What is it that is missing?
It's execution.
Last two, Aaron and John.
You look at some of the interior defensive line play, sometimes a few weeks into the season, it starts clicking more, they get
Yeah.
interpreted. I think Sheldon Rankins said that a few times. The way you just played, is that kind of more the baseline and the standard?
Yeah, Rankins had great game. You talk about how we want to play up front, attack front, the way, he was coming out of stack with great effort, making plays down the field, couple third down stops from him and his effort coming out of the stack. In the run game, being physical, attacking, knocking the line of scrimmage back, that's how we want to play up front. And Rankins had his best game of the year. Excited to continue to see how he'll progress throughout the year, but that's how we should look up front. And I'm happy to have Rankins here.
Last one, John.
DeMeco, when you were the 49ers, you guys developed Pro Bowl players at linebacker, secondary, who were not high picks. What's the key to doing that?
For me, John, I love coaching young players, right, because that's where I see you can get the most growth out of a guy. And guys are in tune to listening to what you're asking them to do, and they take it to heart. And this guys having that right mindset that they want to grow, they want to continue to get better, and they're not closed off to teaching or closed off to getting better. If guys have that mindset, right, we can help them. And I'm encouraged to help guys get better and play their best. And, yeah, we've had success in the past with those guys, and hopefully we can have success here, with our young guys. But I've been pleased with our young guys. And, Henry, Christian, Petrie, just to see the growth of those guys. It's fun to coach these guys because they, first and foremost, they love football and they want to get better. So for me, that's all I need. Guys that listen, guys that want to get better, and I'm all in helping these guys as much as I can.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.